Hey guys, Red Pen Mining here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video. Okay, I've been sent a new miner, and I don't think it's called the NerdQaxe++. This is just a sample box for it. It's actually going to be called the Nexus S1. And this thing here is supposed to be based on the new Bitmain Antminer S23 ASIC chip, which is the BM1373 chip. So this thing apparently does, okay, let's just take a look at it here in all of its glory. Okay, this is, whoa, first impression, this thing is heavy. Oh my goodness. Okay, actually I know why it's heavy. It's because of this massive copper heatsink. Oh my goodness, I think this is the heaviest like NerdQaxe looking, well, it's not a NerdQaxe, but it's the same size PCB as like the NerdQaxe++s, but this is called the Nexus S1 10 terahash model at apparently 100 watts, which I will test out in this video on my watt meter there. We'll see if this thing does get that, and we'll see what efficiency this can achieve in this video. But oh my goodness, this is nice. This is nice and hefty. I like that. Okay, so let me just take everything out of the box here. Okay, so then we'll take a closer look at everything, and it comes with, of course, a Meanwell power supply, 350 watt Meanwell power supply. Very nice. Very good of Helium Deploy, which thank you to them for sending this to me to showcase to you guys. They're going to come with these Meanwell power supplies, which is really, really nice. Also comes with a 3D printed stand, and looks like there's also a fan part on the back of it. I'm not sure if that's going to come with the production model. The one I have here is a sample model, so that's really cool. And we're going to be giving one of these away. So guys, don't forget to comment down below just your thoughts about this Nexus S1. Do you guys like it? Do you guys think there are better options? I will do a comparison later on in this video, maybe to a NerdQaxe++ or something. But yeah, just give me your guys' thoughts, what you think about this as you guys watch this video and as I do testing on it throughout this video, all right? So comment down below. Winner will be chosen when Helium Deploy gets these physically in their hands, and I'll choose the winner and I will announce it, and I will reply to your comment on this video. So get your notifications on, all that good stuff. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this here. So it's got the thermal right, okay, thermal right fan, 80 mil fan, of course. This is a typical thermal right fan, except it's, we got an orange one here, matches the color for Bitcoin. And then we got this massive copper heatsink, which the model or the name of this heatsink is called the AXP90 full copper heatsink with heat pipe. So this will dissipate the heat very well, especially when it comes to the Bitcoin chips that are underneath here to cool the chips down. So very nice of this Nexus miner here. Then of course we got the OLED screen here, very nice. Looks like we got 3 fan headers here, one here, one over here, and one right there for already the copper heatsink fan right here. Okay, so there's 3 fan headers on this thing. That's pretty cool. As we all know, fans do add power consumption, but when it comes to when we calculate the efficiency, you know, of these miners, we usually just add it all together because operating these miners, the fans are obviously included to cool down the miner. And then, of course, we have the automotive fuse. Look at that. Just similar to like the Octaxes or the other ones that I've seen out there, there's this automotive grade fuse for protection. That's really cool. Then at the top, of course, we have the infamous XT30 plug for stable power delivery and ample capacity when it comes to overclocking, which I want to see if we can overclock this, of course. I mean, we do have a Meanwell 350 watt power supply. This thing is probably one of the best power supplies out there, out in the wild, especially when it comes to a lot of IoT devices. This thing is infamous for like security cameras and whatnot, running 24/7. So industrial grade and sustained voltage, which is going to bode well for this Nexus S1. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's put this thing together. I want to try this out. Okay, so this another 80 mil fan on the back. Now, I don't know if this is the production model stand, but we're going to put it together here so that this back fan looks like it's going to cool down the VRMs, the voltage regulators on the back here. And we're going to plop this in. Just it sits like this. So it's just going to rest just like that. As the stand is situated here, just to show you guys what it looks like. So it's kind of like freestanding in this 3D printed base right here, as you guys can see. Okay, the fan is also lodged in there like that, so it looks like it sits just like so, which is pretty sweet. Okay, then of course we got the fan header. I'm just gonna put that in right at the top here like so. Okay, so this back fan will probably add power consumption, and I mean these two fans, so I'm expecting this thing to draw more than 100 watts. I guess we're gonna find out here in a second. Now, let's plug in the Meanwell power supply. I'm going to plug in the XT30 plug first into the top, and good thing this is polarity protected because it only fits one way. It's shaped like a key so that you can't put it in the wrong way. Okay, so just like so. Only fits one way, so nice. I like that. I like this power supply. And the XT30 plug. Okay, now we're gonna plug in the NEMA plug for 120 volt, and let me just make sure this is on 115 volt. There's a switch on the side of the Meanwell power supply. You wanna make sure, if you're plugging in on 120 volt, make sure that's on the 115 symbol there. If you're running this on 220 volt, you gotta make sure you flick the switch that way. Okay, so let's go ahead, plug it into my watt meter right here. And this thing should turn on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, looks like I gotta connect to the Nexus miner here and the Wi-Fi. NerdQaxe_730D. So that is the Wi-Fi SSID of this device here. I just have to use my phone and connect to it. So let me do that right now. Okay, so I just clicked on the Wi-Fi SSID of this Nexus S1, and it looks like it's using the NerdQaxe software operating system, open source operating system. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the firmware that this thing is going to use when it comes to production. There might be a different one, but for now, I think this is it. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna add in my Bitcoin address and such, and we usually do that. Actually, no, I need to join my Wi-Fi. Okay, so let me join my Wi-Fi first and I will get this connected. And I'm trying to connect to it and I got an error or nothing came up. I gotta remove the HTTP, the S, and it should work. There we go. Yep. I always get that error. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but if you have that, you know, when you can't connect to your Bitcoin solo miner, just remove the S, okay? Make sure it says HTTP and not HTTPS. Okay, now I'm gonna put in my own local Bitcoin node. I'm gonna solo mine Bitcoin with this thing, and then I do wanna try later the mining settings here, so then we can see if we can go through the danger zone on this thing, though I do not wanna burn it up, but we will try it near later in this video. Okay, let me put in my local Bitcoin node address and Bitcoin wallet. Okay, it's showing up on my public pool local instance here. I'm mining to my own Bitcoin node umbrella using public pool. You can see the Nexus S1 there, getting 9.4 terahash. Just started on the screen, we're showing 9.9 terahash there. We are using 131 watts. And just to show you guys as well, the voltage right now is 114.4 volt. Wattage, we are at 131.6 watts. Showing you guys the web GUI. Yeah, it looks like we're expected to be over 10 terahash here. And going down here, efficiency says 9.96 watt per hash or joules per terahash. Okay, so software wattage says 100 watts. Okay, so I think that is the case, obviously, because we got two fans on here, and I don't know if these two fans are in the equation for the power at the wall here, but the efficiency, if we did the math, if I did 131 watts, which we're using right now, divided by 10 terahash, that would give us a 13.1 joules per terahash, which in my head is more efficient than the S21 XP, or even I think the BM1373 chips are also based on the Bitmain S23 miners as well. So wow, that's really good efficiency, because I think the S21 XP efficiency is about what, 13.5 to 13.9 joules per terahash. So yeah, this thing is efficient comparing to like a NerdQaxe plus plus, let's just say roughly 100 watts divided by, what, 6 terahash is what they normally get. That's going to be a 16.6 joules per terahash. So yeah, this thing is efficient. Very, very efficient for what they claim. And it's running good. This thing outputs a good amount of heat. It looks cool. It's not loud at all because these two fans are really not that loud. What we're hearing, actually, if you guys can hear it, most of the noise is actually coming from the power supply. Okay, so you know what? Let's go ahead and overclock this thing. All right, we're gonna end off this video with overclocking it. So we're not gonna do the what's this mode called? The danger zone mode. We're just gonna do a bit more than what stock is. So let's go 425. Default says 950 core voltage. We're gonna go to, I don't know, let's go to 1025. So we do have a 350 watt power supply and 350 watt power supply. That should bode well. We have enough capacity, and let's give it a restart. Let's see if this thing mines now. Okay, it's just ramping up. We're showing 170 watts there, 170 watts at the wall now. And at the web GUI on the device, we're showing over 10 terahash on it now, 11,750 gigahash. So we're supposed to get 11.7 terahash on this thing. And looks like we are achieving that. Yeah, let's take a look here. Bring you guys closer. Look at this, 11.6 terahash. 172 watts though. So what's the efficiency of that? 173 watts divided by 11.7 terahash. That's going to be a 14.7 watt per hash, which is, I mean, if you think about it, it actually is still good. So this would then equal 2 NerdQaxe plus pluses. But yeah, 11.7 terahash there. Okay, well that's really cool. But yeah, it is overclockable. It seems to be holding its own. I don't want to do the whole danger zone thing. You know, I think I have to send this back. Oh, look at that. Oh, there you go. Nope. It says VReg overheated. Voltage regulator has overheated. Okay, that's... yeah, good thing I didn't go any higher. So it looks like it auto shut off. It looks like it's not pulling any power. And yeah, we did get overheated. Okay, so on Helium Deploy, the Nexus S1, they're selling it for $650 new right now. So if I were to compare, let's say, what if you instead bought 2 NerdQaxe plus pluses, 6 terahash models for $249, plus you get the Meanwhile power supply with their combo here. So if you bought 2 of these, that would cost about $500, and you would get 12 terahash, but you would use a bit more power, so 200 watts or so. Would you guys rather have this combo, like if you were to buy 2 of these for $500 to get 12 terahash, or would you rather have the Nexus S1 $650 model, but it does 10 terahash at 132 watts. So there's obviously a trade-off. With this S1, we're getting efficiency, which they do claim, and we are achieving it. But the dollar per hash on this thing is obviously a lot more than if you were to buy, let's say, the 2 NerdQaxe plus pluses, which include 2 Meanwhile power supplies and 12 terahash. You get a bit more terahash, so the dollar per terahash there is better on the 2 NerdQaxe plus pluses. So there's trade-offs. Pros and cons, you guys let me know down below. Which one would you guys rather buy? This one for $650 or 2 NerdQaxe plus pluses for like $500? Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. And don't forget about the giveaway of this Nexus S1, okay, which is just insane. Thank you to Helium Deploy. This thing is super cool. This is the next generation for home solo mining. Again, I would recommend for anyone solo mining, if you are a hobby miner, which I think most people are, if you're doing this to make money, you're not going to make a lot of money if you are going to pool mine. Obviously, these are meant for solo mining, and if you hit a block, you obviously win big. But chances are, and there's a very low chance to hit a block, especially with one of these or any other miners out there. Though people have been hitting blocks, but it's obviously at a very low rate. Simply go to solochance.org and you can calculate your chances there. I believe also Helium Deploy's website, if you go to their site, they also have a calculator on each of the miners there to calculate your solo mining luck for solo mining Bitcoin. But I mean, you can also solo mine Bitcoin Cash. There's a bunch of other SHA-256 algorithm coins you can mine with this as well. I mean, 10 terahash, it's not a slouch, but it's also not a lot of hash rate if you compare it to maybe other bigger miners out there, but they obviously use a lot more power. So actually that's one thing, now that I'm thinking about it, you know, this is 133 watts and efficiency doesn't really matter at this range because we're talking pennies in difference, maybe a buck, right? Depending what your electrical cost is. So it truly isn't that big of a difference when it comes to efficiency for these things. But otherwise, it's very cool that this model has come out. Okay, my friends, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts of the Nexus S1. This is pretty sweet. I do like it. I really like this massive copper heatsink on it. I do like the stand that comes with it as well. The Meanwell power supply, just perfect. Okay, my friends, don't forget to comment down below for the giveaway. I will announce the winner when these things start shipping out, which I think is in a couple weeks as of recording this video. So good luck, get your comments in. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out. Still storing your crypto on exchanges? That's risky. This is the Red Panda Tangem card. Simple, secure, and built for real self-custody. No seed phrases, no complicated setups. Just tap your card, manage your crypto, and you're in control instantly. Secure chip technology keeps your assets protected, even offline. I've tested a lot of hardware wallets, and this is by far one of the easiest ways to get started. If you want true ownership of your crypto, check out the Red Panda Tangem card below. Simple, secure, self-custody. Use code RPM for another 10% off. Link in the video description below.